Hello and welcome back to the channel and to yet another War of the Worlds video. I'm sorry I haven't been able to post much recently. As you probably know, there's not been a lot of public news in regards to War of the Worlds currently. Though that should be changing soon, as I've been talking to the devs and they're working on an announcement showing off their recent work. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm sure you are too. In the meantime, I've been racking my brains trying to think of something to make for the channel, and there's nothing really to discuss, nothing new anyway. What I am going to do though is list 5 things that I'm looking forward to doing in the game when it's out, and I'm curious to know what you guys are looking forward to as well. It'll be fun to see if my list matches yours, so let's get started with the list. First on my list is making cinematics. Now, for most of you this is irrelevant or just pointless, but as a content creator, and I'm sure any content creators watching this will understand how much of a difference cinematic shots make to a video, and since it's been announced that there will be some sort of free cam mode coming to the game, this will make filming cinematics a lot easier, especially if you can do it in private multiplayer lobbies, because players will be able to create a scene and possibly even like a story of their own, which is something that I'm hoping to do, make little short story videos once the game is out. So I'm really looking forward to this free cam mode. It's going to be a lot of fun to make a lot of little cinematic videos. Coming in at number 2 is playing as the tripods. Now, we haven't heard much about this. All we know is that you will be able to play as the tripods in single player and multiplayer against player humans in a specific mode, which this is going to be a lot of fun, and at the moment it's giving me a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 Versus vibes. Obviously I haven't played this tripod mode, it's not out yet, but the way I'm visualizing it in my head, it's going to hopefully be a bit like Left 4 Dead 2 Versus. I do hope that it will have that same fun factor. Obviously it won't be anywhere near as scary if you're a human, because you know that there's going to be players in control of the pods instead of AI, but I mean, maybe it would be scary in a different way as they'll be more intelligent than an AI, but either way I'm hoping that it will be as fun as Left 4 Dead 2 Versus can be, especially if you're playing against your friends. Number 3 is surviving in the wilderness. You won't be forced to stick to the towns and move from building to building looking for gear, though it is likely that that's something you'll be forced to do at some point. But what I really like is that you will have the choice to say screw that, head out into the woods and then just hunt animals down, perhaps set up a fire or a tent, and almost just play like a regular survival game, with the occasional threat of a tripod walking through. It'll be a totally different change of pace, and while you might be wondering why someone would want to do that in this game specifically, I think it will make those rarer encounters with a pod much more significant, like, you know, be a more memorable of a moment. Also, it'll just be, you know, it'll be a different change of play style. It makes the game more replayable. Number 4, betraying your friends. There's something about just seeing that look in your friend's face, even like in game when you can't actually see their face. But, you know, that moment that they've realised that you've doomed them. Ah, the dopamine rush. I don't know, I just feel like that's a core part of a gaming experience. It's just messing with your mates. And I can just imagine shutting a door on a friend, leaving them stuck outside just long enough so that a tentacle comes down and yanks them up into the sky, taking them to their death. It'll be great for content, and it just makes the game less scary and more entertaining, and you know they'll do the same to you in the following game, so you'll be paranoid the entire time, which is always great fun in a game where you're going to be on edge anyway. Now lastly, at number 5 is obviously destroying the tripods. We know that the pods will die of sickness and that will be the end of the invasion, but I think being able to find a different way of taking them down, whether it's Ray style by using grenades whilst in a cage, or waiting until their shields drop and using some kind of RPG, taking down the pods will be a very satisfying moment of defiance, because 99% of the time these pods will be the overlords of the map and your only option is to run and hide. So that brief moment where you can virtually stick your middle finger up at a pod as it's laying on the ground with, you know, flames all over it will be truly a moment to remember. But that is my top 5 things I'm looking forward to doing in War of the Worlds when it finally releases on Steam this year. We don't know when exactly, but early access is on the horizon and I'm sure we'll all have it in our hands in no time. But in the meantime, let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to doing in the game, and if your list looks like mine, as well as any feedback, it's always appreciated. I want to thank my members for continuing to support me. You know who you are and I really appreciate you. If you want to become a member, just click that join button underneath this video. Any amount is greatly appreciated, but you don't have to do it. I will always be grateful for just a like and a sub, and if you are subbed, make sure you turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.